The ideal homesteading, of course, is different for different people. For me, a seminal experience was to live off the grid for almost 2 years and a lot on my own, a lot of the time. That solitude in nature was magical. I witnessed magic. Here I am, deep in the Amazonia, a few feet from the river, surrounded by frogs. Birds went to sleep mostly. Sun already went down and it's gonna be dark soon. And it's just the energy in an environment like this. It's impossible to describe. It must be experienced, and nothing wrong with being with people, but we tend to be noisy. Physically, there goes a boat with a motor, but also mentally. We are non-stop noisy, and nature retreats with our advance. So when you are on your own, you can create this solitude, and it's not just for yourself, but for nature, and then you witness the full force. Here, these frogs now. There are no frogs over there. Couple of 100 meters away where there are kids playing, but they are here. They can sense peace. So for me, I really, at the end of my life, I'm thinking of living on my own. Have dear family and friends and people in my heart. But this is where I'm headed, and this is where I want to be. I'm perfectly happy in an environment like this. I had to go back to town to go to my apartment, and I dread that. I had tried, and I haven't been able to find a house located like this, right on a river, surrounded by trees and nature. Some practical things I had come to learn too. Views are overrated. I have here mountains upriver and downriver. I can see them in both directions, and it's really amazing. But they become fixtures that they are there every day. It's nice to have, but people pursue that relentlessly, and in the process, sometimes we mar beautiful landscapes by having houses sticking up on a hill, or houses on a riverfront, ocean fronts populated by houses, destroying beaches, sand dunes. We had to retreat from the base of nature and go to it, hike to it, walk to it, canoe to it, swim to it. I'm telling you, you must have trees. Trees, they have a special spirit. They bring birds, they give shade. And must have, the most basic thing you must have and you can find anywhere is a patch of sky. It's a patch of clear sky. There's nothing sadder than cities where you don't see the sky. If you have ever experienced Beijing with day after day without seeing the sky, it's really, it's sad. It's soul breaking, heartbreaking, soul breaking, soul splitting. So first of all, find a patch of sky. A patch of sky that you can see the clouds, you can see them moving across, you can see the storms coming, you can see the rain falling, snow falling, and stars, if you can see stars. But then I had to be removed from street lights. We pollute the sky so much with light. When you see stars in complete darkness, you see the Milky Way. That's the taste. Are you seeing the Milky Way at night? You're not in the right place. I wonder what percentage of the world population gets to see the Milky Way at night. 10%? 1%? 1 in a million if we account for people who don't come out and look at it. Must see the Milky Way, and that almost warranties being away from cities and straight light. Patch of sky, trees, fair weather, and build pods to live in. Have little structures that are just for observation. Be like geodesic dawn with mosquito screens and hammocks. Just sitting there and read. And I can personally go off the grid. Solar panels for electricity, minimum amount of electricity to charge phones and computers. Minimum amount of light is needed. I prefer candles. And the night is to be in the dark. There's no absolute dark. Most of the month you have moonlight, and I have seen I've seen Asian light, which is Venus light. I was shocked once when I started seeing shadows when there was a new moon, and I couldn't comprehend it until I saw that the shadows were produced by Venus. Venus was over there. The shadow was away from Venus. I was amazed the night I realized that. I was seeing shadows when there was no moon at all, and I was like, what? And then I started observing more and more, and until one day I saw a door frame and Venus was over there, and Venus was casting a shadow, and then I checked it with Venus movement. You know you're in the dark when you have seen Asian light, as light from Venus is called. Water, precious rainwater. Oh God. Rainwater straight from the heavens. What can get better than that? Yeah, you can have a well and this and that, but rainwater, so simple. Then a little electric pump to pump water up an elevated tank for showers and things like that, but for most uses you can just tap straight from the tank, like for watering a garden. Septic, no need. You can have a composting toilet, or just poop in a bucket and compost the poop. Easy, really easy to do, believe me. And then read, work on art, garden, raise chickens. Look at the stars, meditate, sitting meditation and walking meditation. And dig your own grave. What was the last person who dig his own grave? Somebody who was executed, I guess. But saving for that, for the proverbial executee who digs his own grave, has anyone done that? How does it feel to dig the 6-foot deep hole where you're going to be buried? And then change your mind and cover it again and plant a tree and find another spot. I had meant to be buried there, but now there's an orange tree, and there, but there's a lemon tree, and I'm going to plant a tree, apple tree, on top of myself. I wonder if those are gonna be happy apples. And a pond, it's so easy to create a pond, just retain some rainwater. And these guys, frogs will come. I experienced that. Just follow where the rain is flowing, find the runoff and block it partially and start accumulating water. Don't go into a big engineering project, go with nature and ask for permission every time you put up a barrier. I did it with dirt and a shovel. I would just shovel the dirt, sometimes with grass and everything, so plants would take root. And you can make an earthen dike. No need to use materials of any type. No concrete, no plastic, much less. Just earth. Yeah, I just dug up dirt, and then it was mud, and I retained the water, and the pond was very shallow, obviously, but it got very big. This was a pond that was like 50 meters by 25 or something. That's an acre, basically, right? Is it? No, it's not as much as an acre. Sun-dried tomatoes, sun-dry anything. Well, it's almost dark here, and I'm gonna have to move out. Funny thing, the recordings here and the digital recorder are starting to sound like the ones on the iPhone. I have 2 sets of recordings, so this is a note to myself. This was a little bit of a rumbling here, a lot of rumbling, and that's more like the iPhone recordings. But I guess this is gonna fall under the chapter of Home Sweet Home. Good night, everybody.